Hey everyone, welcome back to 5-Star Guns and Gear. And today I've got another Vector Optics to show you guys scope. So want to introduce you to the Vector Optics Continental line. We have not reviewed the Continental line. This is their top tier line here, and want to share that with you today. What we've got is the SCOL 51T, which is their tactical model. It does have the zero stops on it, super cool. This particular one is the 4x32 by 56 model. It does have a 30mm tube. It has the ED glass. This has their German optic system. Of course, it's got the VE Pro FMC lenses, the Larry lenses in it. Super cool system. Guys, you've seen us review the Paragon series both in the 1-inch and the 30mm tubes. Showed you all the benefits of the 1-inch and 30. Now we're stepping up our game. We're going to show you their higher end optics. Their glass clarity is supposed to be second to none on this. It's supposed to be really good in their line of optics. So can't wait to actually get this out, get it on a gun, and of course, by the end of this video, you're going to see us shooting with this. We're probably going to throw this on one of our long-range guns because that's what I really wanted to get this in for. Stretch its legs out, see what it'll do, and see how it will perform on either the 6.5 Creedmoor or the 300 PRC. One or the other. We'll decide which one we're going to throw it on, and we'll definitely give it a workout, test it out, and see how she does. So let's go ahead and open it up, see what comes in the box. This is going to be my first glance at it. I did take it out of the main box, but I have not opened it up yet. So let's see what we got here, guys. And then we're going to turn the camera around, and we're going to go over the full specs and everything. Then we'll head the range, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on this particular scope here. So again, as always, they've got that high quality shipping box, the box that it comes in, and very well made. Like I say, it reminds me of I've said this before, reminds me of a high-end iPhone, Samsung Galaxy, something like that, where it's just well packaged. So they take a lot of care in their packaging. Let's go ahead and take that out. See what this is. This looks like it's a testimonial for their Continental, their 34mm. They do have this in 34mm. This is a 30. This testimonial here, and it gives you some of the reticle designs. Oh, and by the way, this comes with a lifetime warranty. Super cool. Do like that. All right, so we got our tactical user model here, and it's going to give you some information on your scope in this little booklet. Very nice. Now let's see here. This does not come with the rings, so you are probably going to need to buy your rings separate. No problem, I got some extra rings, so we're good to go there. Some of their models do come with rings, like the Paragons. Both of those I received did come with a set of rings. This is their higher end scope, and that's very typical of most scopes anyway. Usually doesn't come with rings. It is a nice added touch with that. However, this particular model doesn't. When you go to this level scope, you're probably going to want a particular style ring for your particular application. So no reason to send you those. You can pick what you want to use. We're probably going to go ahead and use a set of Vector rings on this because I do have a spare set of Vectors in 30. I'm pretty sure. If not, I do have a set of rings in 30 that we'll throw on here. It's not a problem either way. Have your Allen wrench. See what else is in here. Okay, this is another turret knob that comes extra with this, so we'll set that to the side. Always love these little things. These are a little cleaning cloth, very handy. Comes with a sunshade, and then we have our optic. So let's go ahead and at this point, let's go ahead and spin the camera around. Let me go ahead and get the camera set up. That way you can see everything. We'll go over it together, and I'll go over the specs of this particular scope with you. Very impressed with the specs on the scope. As with their Paragon series, they actually can handle Magnum rifles as well. but these are also designed to handle your all the way up to 338 Lapua. So that's pretty cool. It's going to handle pretty much anything you throw at it. So let's go ahead, set this box to the side, get the camera turned around. Let's take a look at this and talk about the specs. Okay, we got everything out of the box here, so let's go ahead and tell you a little bit about everything. Of course, we went ahead and told you that it comes with the extra turret cap here. It comes with a nice little sunshade, and why not go ahead and put that on. Let's go ahead and just screw the sunshade on. That way I already have it on here, and I don't have to do it later. Go ahead and put the lens covers out of the way, and here's your warranty card. It does come with the TVIP lifetime warranty, and it gives you the lifetime warranty information. Their customer service at Vector is amazing. They get back to you really quick if you ever need anything. Awesome company to deal with. As you guys know, I'm pretty partial to Vector Optics. I've been very happy and pleased with everything they've sent me so far, although I will always give you guys an honest review if I have any issues or anything. So far, so good. We have not had any issues with any of their product line. Very happy to be official reviewer for the company. I don't take that lightly because I do want to review quality products, and they have come time and time again and provided quality products to me, and I've been very, very impressed. So let's talk about this. Of course, this is their Continental 40-32 by 56 here. This is the tactical model. It is going to have your standard Christmas tree reticle, so we will see more of that in the scope cam footage that we're going to do when we take this out to the range, so you'll get to see it firsthand. Okay, let's get right into it, talk about the specs of this particular scope. This scope, overall length without the sunshade, we're just going to measure from here to here, is going to be 15.16 inches or 385 millimeters. Now, the magnification on this particular scope is 4:32. This is a second focal plane scope. This is not a first focal plane. However, in their Continental line, they do offer a first focal plane version, so keep that in mind. If you need first focal plane, they do have that available. The objective lens, of course, I told you, is 56 millimeter on this, and the ocular lens diameter is 42 millimeters or 1.7 inches. The exit pupil on this particular model is 8.5 through 1.7 millimeters. Now this, along with their other scopes, have fully multi-coated optics. This is the fully multi-coated diamond clear optics on the Continental. Very, very nice. The field of view on this is 30.75 feet at 100 yards or 10.25 meters at 100 yards. Your eye relief on here is going to be 95 millimeters or 3.8 inches. Your weight on this particular scope is going to be 28 ounces. So this is going to be a pretty beefy scope. Not too heavy, just about right for most of your precision shooting and everything. So it's not going to be too heavy, but it is not a super lightweight scope. However, very, very manageable at 28 ounces. The tube diameter on this is a mono tube, and it comes in at 30 millimeters on this. This model is MRADs, and it is in 1/10 mils. Your elevation range is going to be greater than 20 MRADs, and the windage is going to be greater than 20 MRADs. Your side focus is going to be 20 yards to infinity. Hopefully I can get that for you. Your reticle is going to be the Edge-Glass VCT-20A reticle on this particular model. It does have illumination. It will take a CR2032 battery, and all you got to do is unscrew this, install a 2032 battery, button cell battery in here, replace your cap, and you're going to have your on-off settings between each setting, and you're going to have 6 brightness intensities. This particular scope is in the black matte finish. It does have an IP67 waterproof rating at 1 meter for 30 minutes. Very, very nice. It does have, on this particular one, has the 0 stop as you see there. This has been recoil tested to 750G. This will work with a 338 Lapua round, so if you shoot Magnum rounds, you should be just fine with the Continental line. This scope is fully nitrogen purged. That helps eliminate any fogging of the internal lenses, and they do offer, of course, like I say, one extra elevation turret, and this is set up where you can go ahead and mark it. You can actually put some turret tape on it and mark your elevation. That way, if you're doing tactical shooting, you can use this one right here. Then you can switch back to the traditional turret if you'd like to. This scope, of course, is made out of their high quality 6061 T6 aircraft aluminum grade aluminum. And the focus marks I was showing you a while ago, like I said, they start at 20. They go to 20, 30, 50, 75, 100, 200, 300, 500, and then it gets to then infinity. It's nice that it goes all the way down to 20 yards though. That's very handy to have. Now your diopter compensation is a fast focus eyepiece from a +2 to a -3. And it is very, very, very smooth. The adjustments on this scope is extremely, extremely smooth. The clicks, I hope you can hear them. The clicks are very, very, very positive. Very, very audible. So what else can I tell you about this before we actually get this mounted up on a rifle and go to the range and shoot it and show y'all the performance of this particular scope? What I can tell you, this is Vector Optics' top premium line, and they claim that this can compete with worldwide with the most famous brands out there. And I'll tell you what, I've been very impressed with the Paragon series. Absolutely love the Paragon series, and this is a tier higher than the Paragon, so I expect nothing less out of this. I expect superior performance out of this. I've been extremely happy with the lens clarity on the Paragon series, and the lens clarity on this is going to be even better. This does have the German optic system with the crystal clear imaging. It does have the ED glass. The light transmission on these reached 93%. Of course, you get the 30mm monotube, and this particular model is the 8x zoom factor. Okay, we'll take a look at the range of the reticle, but as you can see, it is a Christmas tree style reticle, and it is illuminated if you want it illuminated. Very, very nice. Again, this is going to be second focal plane, so your reticle is going to stay the same size throughout your image magnification, unlike the first focal plane, which grows and shrinks with your magnification. However, if you do want a Continental in first focal plane, that is something that Vector Optics does offer. Hopefully we can get one of those in here and show you a Continental first focal plane at some point, but very happy to try this particular scope out. We will have the trigger cam attached to this, that way you can see firsthand the way this reticle looks in the scope, and we'll also be able to show you the performance of the scope, how it is working on the rifle. So let me go ahead and get this mounted on a rifle. We'll get to the range, you'll get to see a little shooting, and then I'll give you my overall impressions after we get done. So far so good. So let's get this mounted up on a rifle. Hey, welcome to 5 Star Guns and Gear, and today we're going to be testing out this Vector Optics. It's a 4 to 32 power, 30mm tube scope here, and we've got it on the Savage Model 10 Law Enforcement GRS rifle, and we're going to be shooting out to 100 yards today. Y'all get to see that actually on a 6.5 Creedmoor, how it holds up, and we'll be doing some longer range shooting with this. We're just going to try to get this dialed in and on paper today, and then as we tune this rifle, we'll start showing y'all some more about this scope. Really nice scope, has really nice windage and elevation adjustments. Everything's really positive on it. and I'll go over the entire specs and everything at the shop and everything. I just want to get a little range time and let y'all see through the trigger cam exactly how the crosshairs and everything look. This is a second focal plane scope, not a first focal plane, and the glass is really clear on here. Really impressed by the glass. This does have German engineered lenses in here. The optics in here is really good. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and put a few rounds in here and see if we can get on target. The wind is picking up, so guys, if it gets noisy or a little windy, sorry about that. It is about to pour, and we're trying to get some range time in real quick. How to get my grandson set up, and we did a video on a Savage Rascal, so y'all go check out that video. I try to spend all day out here, but today is just not cooperating with us weather-wise. All right, let's go ahead and shoot this 6.5. And we're testing all kinds of stuff. We're testing this gun out today. We're testing out this Vector optics, and we're testing out the Tactical Rage compensator. This is going to be pretty cool. Going hot. And here we go. Impact. All right, we don't have this 100% perfectly zeroed, and we know that. That's fine. We just want to get on paper, shoot a little groups, and where we need to be. Next range session, because the weather and everything that we get out here with this, we're actually going to go ahead and see if we can fine tune everything in. And all right, we'll see you back at the shop. All right, we're back in the shop, and just want to go ahead and give you my final thoughts on this Vector Continental 4-32 by 56 scope. Again, this is a second focal plane scope, and I'm going to give you my opinions on it and what I thought. So, glass clarity, very pleased with this. Very good quality glass clarity. Worked really well at the range, and you're going to see a lot more of this, especially on this rifle, because we're going to do a lot of testing, so you're going to get to see this on here a lot more. It does have the 30mm tube like we've discussed. Plenty of light enters in. Looks really good. The eye box is very forgiving on it. Really like that. Plenty of magnification power, and this is a long range gun here. It's going to work out really good on this gun. Now my preference usually is first focal plane. I'm going to try to get with my reps at Vector, see if we can get some more first focal plane for you guys that shoot long distances and stuff, because that's my preference is first focal plane. But it works really good. It's got great applications. You can use this for long range shooting if you want to. Really good. It's going to be your preference. You're going to have to decide if you want a first focal plane or second focal plane. However, this is a great for target shooting. This is great. This will work out for a good universal scope if you're going to do long range shooting. If you're going to go hunting, it's going to be great for that. All around, it's a very good scope. And we didn't have any issues with it at the range. It's tracking well, very positive clicks. I like that it has a zero stop on it. Has a lot of great features on the scope. This particular one is MOA, and this particular scope is MRAD, and that's my preference, especially for long range shooting and stuff like that. Now, if I was to, let's say, do bench shooting at 100 yards or less, I would like for this to be an MOA instead of MRAD, just my personal preference. If that's all the shooting I was doing, let's say within 100 yards, let's say bench rest shooting, and I'd like this magnification, like it in the 30mm tube. Everything about this I like, but I would pick, if it was me, the MOA version of this, just because you have finer tuning ability on a MOA scope when it comes right down to it. So the mil scope's great for long distance shooting. Anytime that you're actually having to change distances and stuff, this scope is actually going to be perfect for those applications. I think this would be great for PRS type shooting, stuff like that, NRL, stuff like that, any type of competitive shooting like that where you may be varying distance, this would actually work out good in this configuration with the MRAD scope. I think you'd be well suited to get this particular scope. Very fine scope. Go check them out at vectoroptics.com. Awesome products as always. Have not had any issues with any of the scopes that we've got in so far. Been very pleased. This would be a great scope for, let's say, if you did precision shooting, especially let's say rimfire. Let's go back to rimfire. Let's say you did rimfire shooting. If you did bench rest rimfire, this would actually be good for that too. Good magnification all the way to 32 power. So that's actually perfect. And depending on the type of shooting you want, some shooters want a fixed power, high magnification for bench rest, for like rimfire and stuff like that. However, I do like to have the adjustability to dial in my magnification, because when I'm actually sighting in a gun and getting everything prepped, sometimes I like to have a bigger field of view, and having that lower power magnification gives me that wider field of view. So it depends on the circumstances and what you're looking for, but I think this is going to be great for a lot of shooters. Like I say, this is one of their higher end tier scopes here, and with the German engineered optics that they use and everything, the 93% light transmission and everything, stellar performance on the range so far. Really enjoyed shooting this. Had absolutely zero issues with it, and I think you'll like it too. That's going to be my review of the Vector Optics Continental in the 4 to 32 power. Let me know down below if there's any other certain models you'd like for us to showcase. I definitely like to get some first focal planes more in, especially for our extreme long range, like 1,000 yards and beyond. In a high power, let me see what I can get in for that. And also, we want to gravitate. I got lots of AR builds. I'd like to try some LVPO scopes that they offer. They have some great ones coming out right now. I would like to get those in here, show you the performance of those as well. So guys, if you're looking for a scope, definitely go check them out. Been very happy with them. Works really good. A very good fit for this platform right here. Very happy. It's going to go ahead and stay on this gun. I don't have a problem with it residing on this gun for my use. Even shooting out to 1,000 yards, I think it's going to be just fine. Even though it's a second focal plane scope, crosshairs are a little bit finer because they do not zoom in and increase like the first focal plane does, but that's okay. I think it's doable with this. And most the 6.5 Creedmoor, usually I'm going to only be shooting out to about 600 yards with this particular gun. Now, occasionally I will go out to 1,000 yards, but the scope will do it. So have no problem with that. And we'll get some more video footage, and we'll get more range time. That way you can see the exact performance and everything. And that concludes my review of the Vector Continental 4 to 32 power first focal plane scope in the 30mm tube. I want to thank you all for watching the video today. Hopefully this was informative for you. If you're subscribed, thank you so much. And if you're not subscribed, hey, I really appreciate you coming and looking at the video. Please consider subscribing. Once you hit that like, hit that thumbs up if you would. Certainly would appreciate it. You hit that thumbs down, please hit it twice. And as always, God bless, and I will catch y'all on the next episode.